Hello, Beaver fans. Welcome back to our captain interviews with our alumni. We are highlighting and celebrating our BSU female alumni making a difference in sport. Today we have alumni Alex Hirsch, which I'm used to Citro, so first time I think I've said that last name for you. But she played at BSU from 2011 to 2015 and now teaches elementary PE and DAPE at Brainerd. She is also a high school soccer and hockey coach in Brainerd, where she's been for the past 5 years. We are also joined with our senior captain, Mak Langei, who's going to be leading this interview. So over to you, Mak.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you. Nice to speak with you. Just get things started here. What is your favorite BSU hockey memory?
Favorite BSU hockey memory. First one that comes to mind was my senior year playoffs. We went game 3 with Duluth, and man, this play just kind of like runs slow motion in your mind, but it was overtime breakout pass, got it to the center, Steph Anderson. She got it to Caitlin Tugas, and Caitlin Tugas went down and put it away, and celebration ended after that. And I don't think Tugas was ready to catch me in her arms, but she did. So that was probably my favorite moment.
I think that was one of my favorite moments too. That was the coolest thing ever.
It was awesome.
I was gonna say Duluth and Bemidji game 3s for playoffs seem like a common thing now.
Yeah, for sure. And they're always fun, right? I mean,
exactly.
Duluth, it's always going to be a competitive game. So it was awesome. Great experience.
Next question. What has kept you involved with hockey post-graduation?
I think honestly, just passion for hockey and love of the sport. I think that's huge, and just wanting to give back to the community that I'm in now, Brainerd. And I think the team that I've been with the past 5 years and the coaches that I've been with, they've made it so fun to come back and be a part of. So it's hard not to love going to the rink every day.
That's awesome. Plus, we have a few Brainerd girls on our team, so that's awfully nice to be able to get some of those kids.
Yeah.
Why is it important to have women on the bench?
I think it's important to have women on the bench, mostly because we've been in those female shoes before, right? I mean, we've been that route where maybe we're dealing with some off ice stuff, and maybe it's locker room drama or whatever. And I think females bring a little bit more of that, maybe thought process where you're thinking about what's our team dynamic like off ice, because I think that plays a huge role on what your team is playing like on ice. So I think it's really important for all teams to have a female coach, and you guys are really lucky to have Coach Terres with you this year.
Yeah, very fortunate.
Yeah.
Awesome. Next question. What is the biggest reward of coaching female athletes?
I guess not necessarily female athletes, but I think probably any athlete is when they come back to your program after they graduate, and it's kind of like a subtle thank you. That those words might not come out, but they just kind of show that appreciation for what you did as a coach, and maybe little life lessons that you taught them along the way. I mean, you probably know, Max, some of those practices, you don't want to be there, right? You're skating line to line, and those aren't the fun practices to be a part of, but I think you learn a lot about yourself, and you rely on some of those teammates to pick you up sometimes. And I think that's where it really shows who you are, and you really grow as a person and an individual, right? And so it's huge when you get those players to come back and just share some of those moments and those memories with the girls that are in your program now.
Yeah, definitely agree with that, with developing as both player and a person. So that's pretty cool. What is the biggest challenge as a female in the hockey world?
Biggest challenge, I would say, I mean, probably just earning that respect. I know the NWHL is growing, but it's definitely not where I think female hockey players want it to be yet. And I think some of those big names are definitely making an impact. I mean, Kendall Coyne last year, what she did, and doing the fast skater challenge, that was awesome. But we're really lucky. We have Haley Mack and Steph Anderson, representing Lady Beavs. So that's super cool to see them competing at the higher level. But for myself, I think the past 5 years in the Brainerd program, I've been really fortunate to work with awesome male coaches who have allowed me to coach the way I want and push girls to be competitive and really just be the coach that I want to be. So I've been really lucky in that sense.
Cool. How do you think we can grow the game for female athletes?
Well, Emma, you probably remember this. I think something that was super cool that we did when we were at Bemidji was we did the Little Lady Lumberjack program. I think, what was it? Maybe 4 to 8 year old?
Yeah, I think it was 4 to 8 around there.
4 to
We
8.
still do that now too, actually.
You still do that? Awesome.
Yeah, COVID kind of put a little damper on it for now, but I'm sure that next year we'll get it going again.
That's awesome. Yeah, that was another cool memory that I remember at Bemidji is just going on Sundays and hanging out with those little itty bitty little girls and teaching them how to skate and seeing their big smiles on their faces. It was just super fun to give back to the sport. So,
was there an instrumental woman in your life that got you into hockey and or into coaching?
honestly, I think my mom probably was the one who helped get me into the sport because they didn't have girls hockey when she was really young. So it was kind of cool for her throughout my career. I think she just really lived vicariously through me and watched me play. And so I think she really enjoyed that. But as far as coaches who kind of inspired me, is probably Coach Fricklin. She was my first female coach ever. So having her on the bench and being that female coach that you could go to and talk to was really inspiring for me. Thanks.
Was your mom in any sports?
I think she was one of 8, so she was the last one of the family. So I think it was more so just a little roughhousing with her older brothers, more or less, than actually being in any sport. So
fair enough with that.
Right.
Last question. What can we do or keep doing to make our sport and coaching something that women will want to do, will want to get into?
I think the biggest thing is we just give back to those younger youth levels of hockey. I think like the Little Lady Lumberjacks, I think them seeing Bemidji State girls out there having fun and showing them how to skate. I think one day they're going to want to be at that level, hopefully. And even if it's not that, I think just seeing the kind of people that we are, or you guys are, not me anymore, but you guys are, and the great girls that you become, I think that's probably more inspiring than anything for those younger levels. So
I completely agree with all of that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, both of you guys, for taking some time to come out today. It's just really fun for me to celebrate you guys because you guys are helping grow the game. And Citro, you were an amazing leader when I played with you. So I just love seeing it all come back where we can keep supporting each other, empowering each other, and making a difference. So thank you guys again for coming out today.
Thank you.
Thanks, ladies.